Om Namo Bhagavate Shri Aurovindaya. I kindly invite all the mothers, children and friends for the beautiful global meditation. Why it is beautiful? Because we are connected. We all are interlinked in the name of Mother, and we are spreading the peace, the joy in a collective mood. Hence it is very special. So I kindly request each one of you to close your eyes . Concentrate Mother in your heart center. From here, we are going to chant Om 5 times, and we are going to hear and listen the words of Mother and Sri Aurobindo in a meditative voice. As you hear, you offer it to the Mother who is seated inside us. Om Namo Bhagavate Shri Aurovindaya. Om Anandamayi. Om Chaitanyamayi. Om Satyamayi. Om Parame. O Lord, with full faith, love and surrender, we are ready for Thy victory. Om Peace, Peace, Peace. Peace to the mind, peace to the vital, peace to the physical, peace to all. Prayers and meditations by the Mother. August 20th, 1914, page 247. To see the goal from a new angle which may usefully light up the others, we should constantly renew the experience of the inner discovery and return to the extreme limit of consciousness without at any time postulating beforehand what the end of our journey will be. But instinctively, the mind remembers the impression that it received from one or from some of the former contacts of our consciousness with the ultimate center, and tells itself That is what one finds at the end of the road. It does not realize that the that which is in its thought is only one of countless ways of translating the goal or even of traversing it, nor does it perceive that the intellectual conception should follow the experience and not precede it. To retrace the path in all innocence, as though one had never before travelled it, is the true purity, the perfect sincerity, the sincerity that brings an uninterrupted progress, growth, and integral perfectioning. Despite myself, in the silence of all thought, that is, of all conscious formulas, something in my being, deeper than words, turns to Thee, O ineffable Lord, in an ardent aspiration, giving Thee in offering all its activities, all the elements, all its elements, all its modes of being, and imploring for all these the supreme illumination. O Thou, whom I cannot think, but whom with certitude I know, autobiographical notes and other writings of historical interest by Sri Aurobindo to his sister, Baroda Camp, 25th August 1894. My dear Saru, I got your letter the day before yesterday. I have been trying hard to write to you for the last 3 weeks, but have hitherto failed. Today I am making a huge effort and hope to put the letter in the post before nightfall. As I am now invigorated by 3 days' leave, I almost think I shall succeed. will be, I fear, quite impossible to come to you again so early as the puja. Though, if I only could, I should start tomorrow. Neither my affairs nor my finances will admit of it. Indeed, it was a great mistake for me to go at all, for it has made Baroda quite intolerable to me. There is an old story about Judas Iscariot which suits me down to the ground. Judas, after betraying Christ, hanged himself and went to hell, where he was honored with the hottest oven in the whole establishment. Here he must burn forever and ever. But in his life he had done one kind act, and for this they permitted him, by special mercy of God, to cool himself for an hour every Christmas on an iceberg in the North Pole. Now, this has always seemed to me not mercy, but a peculiar refinement of cruelty. For how could hell fail to be 10 times more hell to the poor wretch after that delicious coolness of his iceberg? I do not know for what enormous crime I have been condemned to Baroda, but my case is just parallel. Since my pleasant sojourn with you at Baidyanath, Baroda seems 100 times more Baroda. I dare say Bino may write to you 3 or 4 days before he leaves England, but you must think yourself lucky if he does as much as that. Most likely the first you hear of him will be a telegram from Calcutta. Certainly he has not written to me. I never expected and should be afraid to get a letter. It would be such a shocking surprise that I should certainly be able to do nothing but roll on the floor and gasp for breath for the next 2 or 3 hours. No, the favors of the gods are too awful to be coveted. I dare say he will have energy enough to hand over your letter to Mano, as they must be seeing each other almost daily. You must give Mano a little time before he answers you. He too is Bino's brother. Please let me have Bino's address, as I don't know where to send a letter I have ready for him. Will you also let me have the name of Bari's English composition book and its compiler? I want such a book badly, as this will be useful for me not only in Bengali but in Gujarati. There are no convenient books like that here. You say in your letter, all here are quite well. Yet, in the very next sentence I read, Bari has an attack of fever. Do you mean then that Bari is nobody? Poor Bari. That he should be excluded from the list of human beings is only right and proper. But it is a little hard that he should be denied existence altogether. I hope it is only a slight attack. I am quite well. I have brought the fund of health with me from Bengal, which I hope it will take me some time to exhaust. But I have just passed my 22nd milestone, August 15th last, since my birthday, and I am beginning to get dreadfully old. I infer from your letter that you are making great progress in English. I hope you will learn very quickly. I can then write to you quite what I want to say and just in the way I want to say it. I feel some difficulty in doing that now, and I don't know whether you will understand it. With love, your affectionate brother, Aro. P.S. If you want to understand the new orthography of my name, ask Uncle A. The Life Divine, Sri Aurobindo. Chapter 10, Conscious Force. Physical analysis of matter by modern science has come to same general conclusion, even if a few last doubts still linger. Intuition and experience confirm this concord of science and philosophy. Pure reason finds in it the satisfaction of its own essential conceptions. For even in the view of the world as essentially an act of consciousness, an act is implied, and in the act movement of force, play of energy. This also, when we examine from within our own experience, proves to be the fundamental nature of the world. All our activities are the play of the triple force of old philosophies, knowledge force, desire force, action force, and all these prove to be really three streams of one original and identical power, Adya Shakti. Even our states of rest are only equable state or equilibrium of play of a movement. Readings, works of the Mother. Letters to my little smile. Boniface to Vasudha, whose precious help prevents my feet from being hurt by the stones on the way. With my love and blessing, so that our aspiration may be realized this year. My dear little smile, you should not lose patience nor courage. Things will turn out all right. The state in which you were while embroidering, silence, cannot return as it was, for in the world things are never exactly reproduced. Everything changes and moves forward. But the state of mental peace you have experienced will be nothing in comparison with the one much deeper and more complete that you will experience. You must keep intact your aspiration and your will to conquer all obstacles. You must have an unshakable faith in the divine grace and in the certainty of victory. Sri Aurobindo is working at your transformation. How can one doubt that he will triumph? With all my love. 1931. Soon you will begin a new sari on which you will embroider the beautiful red roses of human passion transformed into love for the divine. My dear little smile, I thought you would find it easier to speak than to write. So, I shall see you next Thursday and you will tell me all you have to say. Most affectionately. (1931) Today Vasudha is mum. Why? Look, she is crying like a little baby without any reason. I don't scold her though. Her brother is witness, but he teases her. Is it for that she is crying? To be sure, she is easily moved to tears. She is crying because she cannot speak French, but soon she will speak, and then she will smile. Glory hymns of Sri Kapali Shastriya. Glory to Guru Vishweshwara. Glory to Guru Ganapati. Glory to Ramana, monarch of sages. Glory to Guru Supreme. Huma Sahasra Prabha. Glory to sadhana. The mother of the universe, thy companion Shakti, is infinite consciousness capable of bearing, sustaining and destroying the world, yet transcending all attributes, thou art the eternal substratum, bearing the burden of the world, vibrating in creatures in the form of atom. Vast thou art, O Lord. Lord of the universe, I have adored thee unaware of thy inseparable half, the mother of the universe, thy life beloved. Still thou talkest not amiss this my lapse. O the glory of your companionship of mutual celebration. Lord auspicious, reign supreme, linking this one surrendered at thy feet, whose life depends solely upon thy glance of grace. With happy beneficence, may thy glance, world conquering, spirit sovereign, engaged in this self of thine, carrying the burden of action, be victorious. Agni Kastava. Glory to Sri Lalita Tirupura Sundari. Irrespective of whether we were aware or unaware, right from childhood, in various difficulties and places of doubt, she guarded us from fall so that we might reach here the goal. Accomplishment in a big way comes to the disciple whose mind is purified by hundreds of qualities of revered elders, who is drenched in the compassionate gaze of the great Master, and who is a constant servitor at lotus feet of the Master. Mahamanustava. Glory to Vashishta Ganapati Muni. I bow to the adorable God Ganapati, Pranava-faced, the original poet of poets, the Guru in human disguise. Salutation to him whose wisdom is the Veda, who is happy of countenance in the luxuries of his speech, whose strength lies in the steadfast years of Bharat, whose base is in the ancients, who is mantra companioned, whose teacher treasure is the Maharshi, whose voice is poetry, whose wealth is intellect. Vasishta Vaibhav. Prayer to the Spirit of Aurobindo. Dear Mother, we stand here before Thee that Thy will may be fulfilled in us, in every element, in every activity of our being, from our supreme heights to the smallest cells of the body. Grant that we may be faithful to Thee utterly and forever. We would be completely under Thy influence to the exclusion of every other. Grant that we may never forget to own towards Thee a deep and intense gratitude. Grant that we may never squander any of the marvelous things that are thy gifts to us at every instant. Grant that everything in us may collaborate in thy work and all be ready for thy realization. Glory to thee, O Lord, Supreme Master of all realization. Give us a faith active and ardent, absolute and unshakable in thy victory. With reverence, with devotion, in a joyful consecration of our whole being, we give ourselves, O Lord, to the fulfillment of thy law. Transform us into living torches of thy divine love. Peace, peace upon all the earth. Let us offer our prayers to the Mother who is inside us, and we concentrate on her. Let her protection and grace fill our body, fill our atmosphere. With this grace of the Divine Mother, we chant Om 5 times and thank Mother in gratitude for the grace given through this aura of Divine Mother. Thank you, Mother. Thank you, Lord. Thanks, my dear other selves, for joining this collective aspiration as the children of the Divine Mother. Greetings from Aurobindo. Thanks with love. Happy Ganesh Chaturthi to all. We'll see you next time.